All right, so let's run through the most missed questions from last night's multiple choice. So question one, which was a question on the 1973 AP exam, says, which of the following series converges? All right, so first thing when we look at this first one is a P series with a P greater than 1, so that's convergent. All right, we look at the second one, that is a P series with P equals 1, that diverges. And the third one would be a P series-ish, all right, P equals 1/2, but alternating. Now, the fact that it's alternating means that it's alternating series tests, and as I plug values into 1 over root n, they do progressively get smaller and smaller and smaller, and the sign alternates, so that is convergent as well. All right, so we have 1 and 3, which is choice D. All right, so 1 and 3 are the convergent ones on that one. Now, if I go to number 3 is the next question. This is the one, one of a few that actually pushes into content that wouldn't necessarily be on this year's AP exam because of where they broke things. But it is a ratio test to find the interval of convergence. So limit as n goes to infinity, absolute value, so we take the n plus 1 term. All right, and then we divide by the n term. Now, rather than divide by the n term, we're going to multiply by its reciprocal. And when we do that, all right, we can start cleaning this up a little bit. So I've got limit as n goes to infinity. That cancels with that, so I'm left with an x minus 1, and then I've got n over n plus 1. So I'm going to choose to write it this way just to make it a little clean for us. Now, when we take the limit as n goes to infinity, that only impacts the things that have n's in it, which is really this piece here. All right, so if I take that piece as n gets really big, that goes to a 1. So this entire limit goes to an x minus 1 inside the absolute values, because the n over n plus 1 goes off to a 1. Now, we know to pass the ratio test and converge, this needs to be less than 1. So we're going to come over to the side. That's negative 1 is less than x minus 1. And we can lose the absolute value at this point because we're switching it to that compound inequality. And that's less than 1. So we add 1 to both sides. 0 is less than x is less than 2. Now, unfortunately, we look over and there's 3 choices that actually match them. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to drill down and look at each endpoint. So I'm going to start when x equals 0. And when x equals 0, I'm looking at the series n equals 1 to infinity of negative 1 to the n, because it's 0 minus 1, over n. All right, that is our alternating series that's 1 over n, but alternating. So this actually converges, all right, by alternating series test. Then that means that the 0 is included. Then at x equals 2, the other endpoint, we're looking at sum from n equals 1 to infinity of 2 minus 1, which is 1 to the n, over n. All right, and that one diverges by p series. So we're divergent on that side, convergent on the 0. So we're looking at 0 is less than or equal to x is less than 2. All right, which actually ends up being choice D. So D would be the correct choice on that one. All right, and that's number 2. And again, the reality is, like, they're not going to ask you about interval of convergence. That was explicitly excluded. But components of this, like showing that this one converges, this one diverges, doing the ratio test, so getting this set up and working through the limit, those are all accessible on this year's exam. All right, so that takes us through number 3. Now, the last of the most missed questions was number 8. All right, and number 8 says, which of the following series converges? All right, so they want to know which one of these converge to a fixed value. All right, so when I look at this, I'm really looking to see, does one of these, like, is it clear cut? So first thing, when I look at 3, all right, 3 clearly diverges, all right, because it's 1 over n, it's a p series where p equals 1. All right, so that one is a diverge. All right, then I look and see if there's anything else. Now, if I go back to the first one, if I think about the limit as n goes off to infinity, that equals 1. So this one diverges as well. All right, so I'm down to be between A, which is none of these, and B, which is 2 only. So if I look at B, I'm going to run through and think about what would happen in the top. So if I plug 1 in there, I have cosine of pi. All right, cosine of pi is going to be -1. Then I'd have cosine of 2 pi, which is +1. Then I'd have cosine of 3 pi, which is -1. Cosine of 4 pi, which is +1. So the top on this one actually alternates. All right, so I have -1 over 1, and then I'm going to have +1 over 2, -1 over 3, +1 over 4, -1 over 5. All right, now notice that each of the terms progressively gets smaller, and it alternates positive and negative. So by AST, we actually get that number 2 does converge. All right, which means our correct answer on that one is B, which is 2 only, is the only one that converges here. All right, so that alternating, because of the structure inside the n pi, we really ended up just bouncing between -1, +1, -1, +1, -1, +1. All right, I hope that answers all your questions. Those were the 3 most missed ones as of about 7:40, with the ones turned in by that point. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me an email and ask away. Thanks, bye.